The basic meaning of existentialism is that humans have consistently questioned their existence. The basic meaning of existentialism is that humans have consistently questioned their existence. Like, who am I, what are we, and why are we here? The theory is based on a philosopher called Albert Camus, and the theory is 7 themes of how a man wants to live his life. The first one is, how do I want to exist? Here a man starts to question the situation of how a man wants to live their life. It is a dilemma between making a choice and not making a choice in your life. This dilemma can occur when a man has to make a life decision. And sometimes the surroundings also play a role in the decision making that forces the individual to choose. Normally the decision is about addressing a life decision such as going through a divorce or losing someone you care about. The second theme is not choosing for yourself. This is when an individual is not in control of their own actions. Whether either society or other people have control over life decisions. Lack of control can make the individual feel some kind of restlessness by not being able to act. Losing one's choice to self can lead to losing one's individual identity. This phase is comparable to a child. A child has no opportunity to act, but a child does not need to act. But when an adult loses his personal freedom, it can create a form of emptiness. However, this form can cause hopelessness and wake someone up and and then they can change their life. The third one is choosing for yourself. Here the individual would like to choose for himself and his own influence on one's actions. This can cause people in one's environment to become frustrated because one does not always act as one's environment wants. Therefore it creates anxiety about the individual because the individual wants to satisfy his fellow human beings, but also follow his own dreams and choices. The fourth one is the essence and meaning of life. Here the individual realizes the essence and meaning of life is, and therefore chooses to follow one's dreams in order to achieve this satisfaction. The individual wants to create their own identity. A large part of this theme that you also need to know that their action are not always that their actions does not always end well, and they can go wrong, and the individual can fall into a darkness where it can lead to committing suicide. The fifth one is responsibility of one's life. When you have responsibility of your own actions, the individual realizes that you also have a responsibility to other individuals. The sixth theme is live in the present. As the famous quote says, carpe diem, and this means that the individual forgets actions in the past, but focuses on the present. How will I act in this situation I am in right now? Nor should the individual focus on the future, but just live while you live. The last theme is based on when an individual meets with another, they have to understand each other by communicating. There is two different kind of meetings. There is the I and it meeting, when a person meets another through common goals and interests, and both individuals can predict the future together, and they can talk about common goals. The second meeting is an I-you meeting, where two individuals meet and share everything, and are not afraid to be vulnerable. Here there is mutual respect between one another, and one wishes the best for each other. It's not about getting, but giving. This conversation will be spoken under close relationships such as friendships or relationships between a child and parent. This kind of conversation is not the easiest to achieve as it takes time for one individual to open up to another.